I just saw a comment from Diane pop up. And let me get on here. For anybody that's popped in that doesn't know, I have to go on my other phone to read my... Hi, Creative Soul Creations. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much. Hey, do you guys see the... I did put... And I don't see it. I did write... Hi, Diane. Hi, Diane. Some reason this is way behind down there. I'm so glad. Hi, Veronica and Roy and Douglas and Nicholas and Donna Lee. Hello there, JC. I'm glad because, you know, when I did that loopy promo that I did, I was afraid that I may confuse people and make and make them think that my live was. I'm gonna do something here. Hang on. My setup isn't right. That's a little better, I think. I don't know. But oh God, I thought it might confuse people that after I did it, but yeah, oh. But anyway, obviously not. Hi, Randy. Hi, Dell and Lee. Hi, Mr. Lopez and Leonard and Deanne and Willow Weepers. Hello, Scott from Arkansas. Thank you for joining us. I am so exhausted. I can't even tell you. And so I think, and I apologize to people. Hello, Dave. Hello there. I'm only going to say, I'm not going to sit here and read names popping in. If you say hello, then I'll say hello to you. But other than that, thank you, JC. Oh, congratulations, 1951 Panhead. We will stay positive. We will absolutely stay positive. Hello there, Linda Love, and hello, Shelly Belly. That's what I should do anyhow. I know, Shelly, but you know I got in the habit of that. It's like even when I say I'm not going to do it, I still keep doing it. But I'm seriously going to do that because Shelly, did I send you the promo? Did I just see Corinne O'Reilly? Did I see that? I saw somebody with the first name that started with a K and the last name started with, or the last name was O'Reilly. I gotta see. Okay, whoever popped in here with the last name, oh, it's Kennedy O'Reilly. Sorry, Kennedy. I know somebody named Corinne O'Reilly. Well, I actually know several O'Reillys. Hi, Addie. Hi, Addie. Hello there, Addie. Your memo and I had quite a day today. But I'm just going to go ahead, since you, Diane, you and Shelly and JC are here. You guys know Addie is my cousin. I'm doing okay, Linda. I'm pretty exhausted. Hi, Joe. Thank you for the hugs from Wyoming. Hello, Taryn. Hi, Taryn. And now, Taryn, Addie is my Aunt Iva's granddaughter. And Taryn, who sang Hey Cookie, is Addie's friend, who's frequently at our weekly dinners. Hello, Taryn. But, yeah, Ivan and I, hi, Ziggy. Hi, Jimmy Powell Jr. Oh, sorry, Shelley. I forgot. But, my Aunt Iva and I today went to Somerset. Well, the weekly dinner varies. It depends. The only night that it isn't is Thursday night. And sometimes they have it on Thursday night without me. My Aunt Iva does it on whatever night she feels up to it. And we do it. It ends up being about once a week. And I mostly just make the tea. And the good thing that she started doing for the last few times is she's not cooking. Like last week, Addie's dad, Brian, picked up fazoli for us. And it was actually pretty good. It was better than I remember it. Because I remember fazolis from years ago. And I don't recall. Do I see Johnny? I do see Johnny. I can see him up there, but I don't see him down here yet. There he is. Hello, sweetheart. I was going to tell you something, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. I love those, I love those videos where you duet yourself and do that. I love that. That's my favorite kind of video that you do. Yeah, the breadsticks, I don't eat carbs, so I didn't eat many of the breadsticks. I didn't even eat a whole breadstick. Thank you, sweetheart. And there was something I was going to tell you. I cannot for the life of me remember what I was going to tell you. I mean, it wasn't anything important, I'm sure. But thank you, Johnny. Thank you so much for duetting. Getting in our duet chain. I love that. I love that so much. Love it. And my favorite, this is stupid, but my favorite part of it is how you're just sitting there. And then you start doing the backup vocals. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I had to duet it. I had to duet it again so I could have it on my page. Oh, it was fun, wasn't it? I loved it. I loved it so much. But there was something else. There was something else I was going to tell you. Crap. Oh well, maybe I'll think of it. I doubt it. But yeah, I was going to tell a little bit of what happened today with my Aunt Iva and I. We had to go to Somerset, which is down by Lake Cumberland, and it's about an hour from here. We had to leave at 7 o'clock this morning, so I got everything all prepared, went to bed. I think I may have fallen asleep. I was asleep, my guess is probably by 11 o'clock, and woke up at 2:30 in the morning and could not go back to sleep. So I've been up since 2:30 this morning. Driven to Somerset. Sat there from 8 until, I don't even know. My aunt and I figured 7 hours. That we were there for 7 hours. Yeah, that's my sleep pattern, Johnny. I don't have a pattern. That's the problem. But my brother was having a heart catheterization today. So we had to get to we got to the hospital at 8 o'clock. And what a disaster. I don't know how else to... You guys may remember that I told you about 7 months ago my brother had a stroke. It was a pretty bad stroke. It's been 7 months now. He has absolutely no use of his left leg. When he first got home, because he spent about 2 months or longer in the hospital doing rehab. When he first got home, he could actually stand up and sit back down and stand up. He really can't even do that anymore. And anyway, he has two carotid arteries. I don't know why I don't think you have 2 carotid arteries. His carotid artery is blocked 90%. He has another artery in his neck that's blocked 100%. Well, that requires surgery. Well, my brother also has 8 stents in his heart. He had his first several heart attacks by the time he was 45 years old, had open heart surgery at about 46. And anyway, he now has 8 stents. Well, they think some of those stents may be blocked, and he has to have a catheterization before they can do the surgery on his neck to unblock those arteries. Well, his leg is so bad, and his hip, one of his hips, is like completely he needs a total hip replacement. So he's in a great deal of pain. He really can't lay flat. He can't lay flat for any length of time because of his leg. And they had him laying down flat, and he was literally screaming in pain because they got him out of his wheelchair and it was a nightmare. And how in the world they thought, because they were doing the catheterization through the groin instead of through the wrist, because they are in the dark ages down there. That is probably one of the worst hospitals in the country. And you can't explain that to my brother. And anyway, a lot of people don't realize there's a drastic difference from one hospital to another. I will tell you, now, I know we've got, there's some good hospitals in Louisville, some good hospitals in Lexington, but I will tell you, now I have not been personally in a hospital in Louisville. I have been in a hospital in Lexington. I will tell you that compared to the hospitals in Columbus, like OSU and Riverside and even St. Anne's, Shelley, and especially the Cleveland Clinic, it's like being in a third world country here. I know that's a bit extreme. I don't even know what to, but anyway, they scheduled him for a catheterization where even if he could lay still long enough for them to, because they didn't schedule, and see, I've had 8 heart catheterizations. They've all been done in an OR. His was done in something called a cath lab. They couldn't put him under. They could give him like twilight sleep or something. That wasn't going to do that. That wasn't going to help. I don't even know why they would schedule a procedure to do this procedure this way, because they couldn't do it today. He has to go back and see the doctor, and then they have to schedule an OR so that he can be put under general anesthesia to have the catheterization done. I can't even imagine. Yeah, I've been to St. Anne's. I actually had my first heart catheterization at St. Anne's. And the only reason that I ended up there is because I had, a spell, we call them, when we were at, I don't know what restaurant. Oh, I know, we were at Brio at Polaris. And I that was before my heart condition was diagnosed and I was on the drugs that I'm on now. I'd have some bad spells. And Shala and Tanya took me to St. Anne's because it was closest. And so that's where I ended up having a catheterization done. And it wasn't bad. That's the only place that I ever had it done through the groin. Every other one was done through my wrist. Well, and the right heart caths, they go into my jugular, my aorta. Yeah, I sat in that room, and the doctor never did come in. The doctor never did come in. And I mean, I've known that cardiologist for years. He was my mom and dad's cardiologist as well. And he was always really good to them. I mean, what it is about him, and I'm not going to say his name, but he genuinely cares about his patients. He's a very caring person. I mean, I saw that in him. And I've talked to, when I still lived in Ohio, I talked to him on the phone about my mom and dad. And so he's got that. He's got the compassion. I mean, okay, how I know he's not that good is because he's there. I know that's an awful thing to say, and I also know that, and you guys have heard me talk about this stuff enough to know how I am. There is no cardiologist doing a catheterization on me that doesn't have the wherewithal to go through my wrist. Because if he's not keeping up, because I mean, my cousin who's an RN was there too, and she was saying it's just because he hasn't. I mean, they've been doing that for 20 years. There's no excuse for that. And a catheterization when they go through your wrist is so, I mean, I'm not going to say it's nothing, but compared to that and what happens afterwards and everything, that's like, caveman days. I would never let them do that to me. But yeah, absolutely, Shelley. And it's just, it makes me sick. If I didn't know any different or know any better, it probably wouldn't irk me as bad as it does. But, my brother, probably, if he had been in Cincinnati or Columbus or in a lot of other places, I guarantee you he would not be in the shape that he's in. He also wouldn't be in the shape he's in if he took better care of himself. But, I mean, I'm having the same issues here. I think I told you guys before that I need a heart catheterization. I have to have a right and a left heart catheterization. I can't, there's only one doctor in the state of Kentucky who will do that on me. He's a congenital heart defect specialist because of that heart condition, the heart defect, which is ridiculous to me because the first 2 catheterizations I had were done by regular cardiologists and they didn't even know I had the defect. So, but now that's the only one that will touch me. I can't get in to have a heart catheterization until August 7th. It's crazy. Yeah, see, I don't like that. Diane, I like the experience of an older doctor, but I want him to stay up on technology. I mean, I can tell you, my friend, her husband had open heart surgery. I do not know who Selena. I know Selena, but I don't know if the Selena that I know has that same last name. But I do know who Selena is, but I'm not sure if that's her last name. Hi, David Bayo. And I'm going to say hi, Selena and Catherine fan. She commented, Shelly. But anyway, I'm going to get off of that. My brother didn't have the catheterization. Don't know when he's going to. My fear is that he won't go back. That's my fear, because my brother's, he's as hard-headed as I am, only he's crazier than I am. I know who Selena is. I thought that's the Selena that I know. I just didn't remember. I mean, I've watched many documentaries about Selena. I just didn't remember that that was her last name. But anyway, so we left the hospital. And my Uncle Walter wanted us to go to this, on the way home, to this town called Bardstown, to this feed store. It's like a farm store. I don't know the name. Feed and something. It's like where you buy seeds and farm stuff. And other stuff too. They have lots of hardware stuff there too. And so I don't know how to go. My Uncle Walter gave my Aunt Iva directions, but I can't go with his directions. Because he's telling me like landmarks and drawing maps and stuff. I can't do that. I need turn-by-turn directions. Not, I don't want any other kind of directions. So I used navigation, and it took us, because, you know, we're going from Somerset, which means nothing to any of you. But Bardstown is like somewhere between here and Somerset, but a little out of the way, like in another direction. I don't know what that direction is. I'm thinking probably west. I don't know. But anyway.
Okay.
Siri, I wasn't talking to you.
Okay.
Anyway, so I went by my navigation, and it took us, because, you know, you're in some hill country or whatever you want to call it back in there. Well, it took us down these, like, I would call it a 1-lane road, but it was supposed to be 2 lanes. And I'm telling you, there were some curving hills that you just dropped off the face of the earth is what it felt like. And I mean, all curved around, and then these drop-offs over on the side, and the whole time I'm looking, I'm like, that would be such a great driving video. It was so beautiful. But my Aunt Iva had navigation on both the phones, so I couldn't get a driving video. And I've had her do that before. She's not really good at it. She's not real good at doing the driving videos for me. And anyway, it was frightening where we were driving. I mean, people lived there. I mean, there were actually some beautiful homes out in there. But I mean, it's like driving through the woods in the mountain, you know, like scary. And my Aunt Iva said, oh, what if the car broke down? Oh my God, what would we do if the car broke down? And she said, what would we do? And I said, well, they would probably find us hanging in a barn dressed out like a deer. And anybody that doesn't hunt won't know what that means. Like skinned and gutted. Oh my God. But anyway, and so then she kept saying, this isn't right. We're going the wrong way. And I'm like, no, we're not. It'll get us there. And it did get us there. And that is where I bought this hat that I love. was at the farm store. And I love it. And so, there was a food truck there. And my Aunt Iva was getting a sandwich, like a hamburger or something. And I was standing there and thinking about getting a hot dog, but it looked a little sketchy to me. So I decided to skip that. And I went to the... I'll put it on when I sing the song, Diane. I went, hello, Pamela. Hello, sweetheart. But I drove around to the back of the store because we were in her SUV so that they could put these big bags of something. Some kind of seed or something. I think it was seed. I can't remember. I know it was seed. I don't know what kind of seed. So they put those bags in the back of the SUV. And then I drove back around and my Aunt Iva was still standing in line at the food truck. Not because there was a big line, but because the man was doing other stuff. Like, I don't know what he was doing. But anyway. And so while I was waiting for her is when I made that TikTok because we had had one crazy day by that time. And, hello, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, Pamela. Hi, Casey. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, Pam, I've seen a few of your videos. I haven't been on my FYP a whole lot, but I've seen a few of your videos on my FYP that are absolutely just... You just keep taking it up a notch. Well, more than a notch. You take it up by leaps and bounds. Hello there, Casey. I'm doing pretty good, sweetheart. Yeah, that's how I am right now, Pam. I've been not up since 2:30 this morning. But anyway, so that was our day. And it was a very... I'm not going to say, well, and then I get home and I had planned, if you guys saw the promo, I had planned to hype or promote, and I actually left Zach Black out of that, I swear. But I was planning on doing that where, I put Thursday Night Thunder out there for Roll Cage Mary and Grandpa Rufus, but I saw the promo. They have got the most incredible promos. I've seen them on Grandpa Rufus's page. I don't know if I've seen them on Barry Spears' page. I can't remember. I haven't seen one from Barry Spears. But anyway, there's some artist has done them for them, and they're absolutely incredible. And anyway, I wanted to kind of promote that because, Barry Spears is who does have... Okay. He is actually creating theme music just for me, but I kind of just took that and he told me it was okay. I mean, he was happy. Oh, really? Wow. That's pretty cool, Pamela. Where are you going in Kentucky? And I'll tell you if it's close to me. Where are you going? Hi, Linta Banna. Bowling Green. Bowling Green is about 3 or 4 hours from me. I have a cousin that lives in Bowling Green, actually. My Aunt Iva's middle son lives in Bowling Green. Yeah, that's great. That's really great. If you were a little closer, Pam, I would try to come see you too, or you could come see me, but that's Bowling Green is 3 or 4 hours from me. I'm not sure exactly because I don't know Kentucky real well. I don't know. I know how far the places are that I go to. I know. I would love that, Pam. I would love to meet you. It would be absolutely amazing. It would be absolutely amazing. But what I'll do, Pam, what I'll do is I'll DM you the city that I live in, And if you're ever near here, hit me up. And if you're not comfortable coming to my house, then I'll meet you somewhere. I'll meet you in a public place. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. But if I don't forget, I'll try not to. Shelly, hey Shelly, are you or Diane friends with Pamela from Tennessee? And I think you guys know what city I live in. I'm not sure whether you do or not. I think you do. I think you guys have heard me say what city I live in. Okay. Diane, would you mind DMing Pamela what city in Kentucky I'm from? Because you know, daggone well, by the time I get off here, I'll forget. And we're 1 minute. Time for the song. Time for the song. Hello there, Calvin from Mississippi. You were either just in time or not. And I'm going to tell you, I embarrassed myself with that promo because I had to take it back down because I got the information wrong. And fortunately, Grandpa Rufus immediately commented on the video, so I had to he didn't tell me to take it down, but I did. And then if you look at that promo video, my face is beet red because I'm so embarrassed. And I was still embarrassed. And so I was going to do Tennessee Whiskey, and I may do Tennessee Whiskey later. And Amazon has jacked around with Amazon Music now that I can't use my Alexa the way I usually do, so I have to do it from here. Well, I get easily. What embarrasses me is when I do something that I know better than. I plan to get with Grandpa Rufus and get the details before I did that, and then I kind of ran out of time and I just kind of did it fly by the seat of my pants. I know better than that, and things like that embarrass me. Oh, thank you. It is mine, and it is my actual hair. See my roots there? My roots are going to get bigger because I'm not touching my hair up until I'm going to Ohio now, Shelly, on the 16th. And so I'm not touching my hair up for about another 10 days. I know, but I don't care about my own stuff, Pam. But when I'm doing something like that for somebody else, I want to get it right. You know what? I'm talking about the information. It's like if I told you to go to Diane's page to watch my live. That was the equivalent of the mistake that I made. And that's embarrassing to me. So what I was getting ready to say is I'm not going to embarrass myself even further by doing the Chris Stapleton Tennessee Whiskey, and I'm going to do Diane's song first, and then if I stay on here and feel like it, I will do the Caroline Day version of Tennessee Whiskey, because I have to do what I've got on my phone. And I can pull up a YouTube video, but I'm not going to be able to read your comments for a while. So Diane and Shelly will respond to your comments while I put my sunglasses and my hat on. And, oh, I do not remember how to, okay. Here we go. So I've got what I need there. Let me get my sunglasses. Whoa. Almost knocked my tea over. That would be par for the course. And let me get my hat right. I don't want that thing under my neck. I only had that under my neck when I was driving. And the other thing is I'm not sitting upright. I'm kind of slouched because I'm tired. So let me get the hat right. Let me get the song. That's actually why in the video I'm holding the phone in my hand, because I'm using the phone instead of my Alexa for the song, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to leave it in my hand. So here we go. Well, I don't want the volume up that high. Your cheating heart will make you weep. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You'll toss around and call my name. You're gonna walk the floor the very way I do. Your cheating heart is gonna tell on you. Sorry about that, you guys. I know that was really horrible. My voice, I'm too tired. Sorry. I gotta get back on here now. I gotta turn the volume on. I just saw Barry Spears on the my FYP on my backup account. There we go. I might keep my hat on. I don't know, it probably looks stupid with my readers. I don't know, I think I do need... Yeah. Did you like the Patsy Cline version, Diane? Because I decided to do it instead of the Hank Williams version. But I'm seriously... Thank you, Pamela. I seriously can... You know how I can sing crazy with Patsy Cline? I do that pretty well. I mean, okay, for somebody that can't sing. For whatever reason, I can sing that song. Well, I could actually sing this song. I'll try to do the behind the TikTok thing with your cheating heart. I think I sang pretty well on it, actually. It's a little slower, yeah. And it took me several times to get, but I just, for whatever reason, Patsy Cline's her cadence and I've probably because I've listened to Patsy Cline so much. I've listened to Patsy Cline a lot in my life. In fact, Brad and I went and saw that. It was, I don't know if it was a Broadway show. It came to Columbus. We saw it at the Vern Rife Center, Shelley. It was called Always Patsy Cline. It was actually very clever, and they had a woman who sang, I'm not kidding, and she was not lip syncing, but she was dead on with her songs. Just absolutely incredible. Yeah, but I've always preferred the Hank Williams version. I love Hank Williams. Absolutely love Hank Williams. Love Patsy Cline too, but Hank Williams songs, yeah. And I'll do some more Patsy Cline songs because I know a lot. I mean, I know Walking After Midnight and, you know, all of those songs of hers. I pretty much know most of her songs. You go do that, Pamela, and love you, and you have a safe trip and enjoy the bluegrass state. We are very proud of it. Except for our medical care here. Don't go to the hospital while you're here. Oh, Lord. But, yeah. That song, when I was singing it, it didn't feel right. My throat was hurting. It's probably because I've talked too much today. Plus, when I redid that promo, you know, because that promo, I kind of do, I have an idea of what I'm going to say, but I do it very impromptu, and I usually don't do many takes of that. That's most of the time one and done, unless I really mess something up. And the first one was like that, but then after I had to go, the other reason when I had to go back and make that correction, I was rattled. You know what I mean? I was rattled. Because it rattles me to make a mistake like that. It's embarrassing to me because I know better. That's what it is. It's because I know better. And hi, Joanna. What else? Oh, I was going to talk about. I actually did the Chris Stapleton Tennessee Whiskey where I sang. Junior has been encouraging me to sing on videos, like do duets. And I did a few with Keenan Brock. Well, I actually did Whiskey Lullaby with Keenan Brock in a duet. And then I pulled that sound, and that's what I put in the Whiskey Lullaby that I did by myself, and that I did that duet with Junior and I. And then I did Tennessee Whiskey, and I did the Caroline Day version of Tennessee Whiskey, but then I did the version with Chris Stapleton where I'm actually singing with him, because I think Junior's going to duet that. That was our plan anyway. Hello there, Trudy. Hello, sweetheart. Good to see you. And anyway, I kind of like doing the singing. It's just something different, especially if Junior and I are going to do duets like that. How did you guys like the Ugly Kids duet? Last night I saw that video, and there's something that I should have done that would have been hilarious, and I never thought of it. Well, I thought of it now, and I'm going to put those same clothes back on, and I'm going to try to recreate that duet as close as I can with one little change that I think will make it hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. You wait till you see the change I'm going to make to my part. I'm just going to do another duet of it, but I'm going to put the same clothes on. And it was funny when I was doing that, because I thought I couldn't find one of my scarves. Well, remember that whole batch of scarves that I got at the pallet store, but they're only like this big, so that's what I tied on my head, because I thought, why am I searching for that scarf? I'm not going to do this video with a Hermes scarf tied around my head. That would be kind of counter to the video. And I couldn't figure out what to wear, because I thought I had this old, like, house dress that my Aunt Iva gave me, but I apparently don't have that. I don't really keep, I'm not saying I don't have old clothes. Half my clothes are probably 20 years old. I take really good care of my clothes, so they last for, I've had this for 15 years, and I used to wear it a lot. I don't wear it very often anymore. But, hello there, Charles Luciano. Luciano? Luciano! I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Oh, from Oklahoma City. Hello there, Charles. Thank you for joining us. Tennessee Whiskey joined us. That is so great, because I might try to sing Tennessee Whiskey. You know what? No, I'm not. I really got it right. You know where I learned that, and I know this is probably offensive. I learned how to say that on The Sopranos. But, yeah. That's not very nice to the Italian Americans, is it? Oh. But, and I have been around a lot of Italians. There's a whole Italian village in is it called Italian Village, Shelley? Italian, yeah, it's like German Village and Renaissance Village, Italian Village. And there's a huge Italian festival in Columbus every year we used to go to. I loved that. But, hi Mansour Hussein. Thank you for joining us. Now, why is it that I can pronounce that name, but I can't get other people's names right? That's funny. But Tennessee Whiskey, you should go to my page and comment whether you like or not my versions of Tennessee Whiskey. I did, how many did I do? 1, 2. I did 2 versions of it. Yeah. Thank you, Tennessee Whiskey, for sending likes. We're up to 3,000 likes, and that's without Gabby or anybody being here to rapid fire tap the screen. But I think I might have another duet. Oh, okay. Okay. Go. You'll find them. They're in the top 10 videos of mine. I'll tell. One of them is the second to the last, I think. I think it's the second to the last video that I did. But anyway, you go check that out and come back and tell me, and tell me really what you think of it. Don't lie to me. But you know what? I don't. It wouldn't really matter what anybody else said, because when I listen to it, no, I don't think I'm some phenomenal singer, but it's like, I kind of like it. And I know when it's bad. It does not escape me. I am not one of those people that thinks I can sing because I can hear it. And I know that is not good. I would not listen to that. That's what I know. Now, I've either, and I don't think I've gotten to a place where I've thought, oh, I'm a really good singer now. I don't think I've gotten to the place where I'm delusional about my singing. I don't think, because I have too good an ear for music. I have a really good ear for music. And hi, Marshall William. So I think I would know. And what I hear sometimes sounds like I'm tone deaf, but I know I'm not tone deaf. But what it is, and it's still true, I cannot carry a tune. I absolutely cannot carry a tune, except for on a couple of songs. Not now. Get out of here. That's what it is to me. And my voice. I don't have any. The other thing about it is I don't have any control over my voice, except for those few songs that I can sing that I don't even know why I can sing. Hi, John Andrew. It's just I've never sang. All I've ever done is I sang in the choir. That was it. So I don't ever expect to be like a good singer. I don't have that expectation. I will be able to sing well enough to have my voice on the videos for Junior and to duet. That'll be the extent of my singing. Oh my God. And I was just looking at this. I don't know what in the world I have done with my camera angle. I was just looking at this. But I definitely do not have my camera angle right. Because I look like I'm kind of short. I just noticed it on here. Oh, thank you, Tennessee Whiskey. Thank you for being nice. Thank you very much. But yeah, I don't always get my camera angle right. Oh my God. I think when I'm looking at it over on this phone, I look like I'm about 5 feet tall. I don't know why it looks that way to me. It makes me look like I'm short and fat. And I'm kind of not short and fat. I'm definitely not short. Somebody named Through the Looking Glass joined us. What? Okay, so I was going to talk about that. Oh, yeah, that may be it. Well, it's not that so much. I don't know what it is. I think it's the camera. I think it's where I've got the camera. Or the phone or whatever. That's what's wrong. It just, I don't care. It's fine. It doesn't make any difference. I just looked at it and it's like, what the who? Who is that? But, yeah, I haven't been doing that for a while, Diane. I hadn't been doing that for a while, probably because my back has been bothering me. And plus I was told not to sit like that. It's bad for me. It's bad for me to sit like that. Just because of circulation. It's because I'm sitting here for so long. That's not good for my circulation. But I didn't write anything down. And I did have, I wanted to talk a little bit. And I think I mentioned it before. I mentioned it on Smurfettes Live. I know this is backwards. But it's a book called 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. And I just wanted to mention this, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I do still want to keep doing things that get that 988 number out there for the suicide prevention hotline. And anybody that's here that can help us do that. Yeah, I like it that way, Rocky. That's how I like it. Mason the Goat. Hi, Mason to Goat. Mason to Goat, you said the wrong word. You said the wrong word. I'm not psychic. I'm a little psychic. I'm a little psychic. Just a wee bit. I'm a wee bit psychic. But no, I am not. Oh, well, they're gone. Thank you, Diane or Shelley, whoever did that. Hi from Pennsylvania. Hi from Pennsylvania. I used to live in Pennsylvania. I lived in Trafford, Pennsylvania. Did you do it, Diane? Yeah, I looked at it. It's like, oops, said the wrong word. You got to go. But anyway, this book, I've got, if you go to, and I checked this because my cousin Blake, I was talking about this book, and I had put it in my, if you go to my TikTok profile, my YouTube channel, I'm saying this for people who don't know, my YouTube channel is linked there. If you go to that YouTube channel and look at playlist, there's a playlist called TikTok Mentions, and there's actually, it's 11 minutes long. You can watch an 11-minute video rather than read a however many page book this is. But watch that video and you might want to read the book. And it isn't anything earth-shattering or anything, but it's I'm sorry, I don't know what that means, Tennessee Whiskey. It says, your wife and I was, just say how beautiful. I don't know what that means, satting. I'm not sure. Hi, Brian. Hi, Brian. Is that Trucker Bod? Is that Brian Trucker Bod? Stop smoking forever? Yeah, that's a good idea. Typo. Oh, typo. Thought, what are you telling me, your blood type? I'm a little slow today. Hi, Terry Beltran. But anyway, in my playlist on my YouTube channel, TikTok Mentions, there are actually a few videos, but there's the one that seemed to be the best to me was the 11-minute long one. And watch that video. There's several YouTube videos about this book because it's been around a little while. I only recently heard of it, and I got this. It's not really used, but it's supposed to be used, but it's brand new. Let's see here. 2014. It was originally published in 2014. This one actually came from the Transcendence Healing Center in, I can't see, Carmel, California. It's got a little owner sticker in it. But it's pretty much brand new. And, and I actually thought that I would maybe, like, you know, go through it and, you know, like, go through the chapters. You know, like chapter 1. And remember, these are 13 things mentally strong people don't do. They don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They don't give away their power. They don't shy away from change. They don't focus on things they can't control. They don't worry about pleasing everyone. They don't fear taking calculated risks. They don't dwell on the past. They don't make the same mistakes over and over. They don't resent other people's success. They don't give up after the first failure. They don't fear alone time. They don't feel the world owes them anything. They don't expect immediate results. And then the conclusion is maintaining mental strength. But, you know, and there's a whole chapter on each one of those. I thought it was really good, and especially my cousin Blake, you know, he's not quite 19 years old. Oh, thank you, Tennessee Whiskey. That's so sweet. Tell your wife I said what's your wife's name? What's your wife's name? So I can say hi to her. I got you, Brian. You know how I knew it was you? Because of your profile picture. And because your name, Brian, is spelled like my cousin's name, Brian. Good to see you, Brian. Thank you for all your support. And I was going to tell you, you can feel free to use any of my videos that you like in your creations. Hi, Chrissy Lou. Thank you for joining us. But anyway, that was the thing I was going to bring up about, because I was so tired today that I really, I didn't tell you. Oh, Elizabeth. I love the name Elizabeth. I absolutely love that name. Hi, Elizabeth. Oh, thank you, Brian. Thank you so much. But I didn't really want to get into anything heavy because I'm so exhausted. Here's what I did that really, it sort of scared me, actually. Tuesday, remember I had the laser surgery 2 weeks ago Tuesday? Well, Tuesday, I was supposed to be in Lexington at 8:40 a.m. for the 2-week checkup for that laser surgery. Okay, Monday night, I got my clothes all ready. I got everything all ready, you know, so that all I had to do is get up and get dressed, and I wasn't going to be putting any makeup on. And, you know, get out of the house a little before 8. And, anyway, I had alarms set for 7 because it wasn't going to really take me. Yeah, it's still there, Diane. Just, it's getting better. It is getting better, except for when I look at the ring lights. I noticed it today because I was out, you know, driving in the sun, and it was such a beautiful day. And, but I kept my sunglasses on. You know, I had my sunglasses on. But it's not getting any lighter. It just keeps shrinking. There's less and less of it. And like, you know how I said it was like grains of salt? Well, now there's just like one here and there. And it was like a whole grid pattern. Now it's just like one. So it is definitely decreasing. Definitely decreasing. Not getting worse. None of the things that they told me were urgent have happened. But anyway, Tuesday morning, alarm goes off at 7. And then I had another one set for 7:15 because that's what I do. I set 3 alarms. And I got up. I don't know exactly what I did. I don't remember. I don't know if I went to the bathroom. I may have gone in the kitchen and gotten a drink of water. I turned the alarm off. And I got up and walked around. The notion of that doctor's appointment was completely gone out of my head. And I didn't sleep. And I never sleep when I have a doctor's appointment. I barely slept. But I got up, walked around, and then went back to sleep. And then woke up at 10:30 when the alarm went off for me to take my medicine. I was so embarrassed to call that doctor's office. I missed that appointment, and it was pretty important. He was pretty adamant that he see me in 2 weeks. So anyway, I had to wait for him to call me back and give me another appointment, which they're giving me the appointment. They gave me an appointment for the 16th. Well, Lexington is an hour, I'm going to say an hour north of here. And remember, I was going to be going to Columbus on the 17th. And I thought, you know, that's kind of stupid. Because that way I could drive that hour to Lexington. Yeah, they didn't call me. They texted me the night before to remind me. Well, a lot of good that did me. I even went on my chart because I was thinking the appointment was at 10 o'clock. And when I went on my chart, I saw that it was at 9 o'clock. But anyway, I decided what I'm going to do, because my appointment's at 10 o'clock on the 16th. I'm going to go to that appointment in Lexington, and then I'm just going to go on to Alexis's. Alexis lives in, she lives in Ohio. She only lives about 3.5 hours from here. So see, I could already, that would be 1 hour. And now I have driven one time in the last few years, and that was when I drove from Columbus, actually, yeah, from Columbus to Lexington. When we went to Punta Cana last year, because Alexis ended up having to work. And so she just rented a car for me to drive home, because their plan was for me to stay a few days and then she was going to bring me home. But they changed her work schedule. Yeah, no, they didn't call me. Oh, thank you, Money. Thank you, Money Dan Schumann. Money Dan the Schumann. I don't know what that says. Money Dan the Schumann. Okay. Thank you. I was just saying, I've had this for like 15 years, and I have another one made out of the same fabric, and I can even tell you where I bought it. I bought it at, I can't remember the name of the store, because we don't have one here. Shelly, what's the name of that woman's store that was like, you know, where Filene's Basement, and now it's Nordstrom's The Rack over on Sawmill, and there's like those stores there, and then over there there's these other stores, and one of them is like a older ladies clothing store. I can't remember the name of it. I bought a lot of my clothes there. Hi Sam Gigi. I can't remember the name of that store at all. I could picture the inside of the store. Okay, what is that? Why is that popping up on there? Thank you, Tennessee Whiskey. Thank you, and bye-bye. Good to meet you, Elizabeth. Good to meet you. Thank you for coming. And Tennessee Whiskey, if you follow me, I will follow you and Elizabeth back. Just, I don't think I have to tell you this, since you have a wife, but don't DM me. Hi, A-Rod. A-Rod KFC. I know what A-Rod is, but I'm learning these things. My grandson. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Carter won another wrestling tournament that was like a national wrestling tournament. And he had to wrestle 4 other state. Like, one of them was the state wrestling champ in Pennsylvania, and I forget who the other 3 were. But he had to wrestle 4 other state champions to win this tournament. Which was, but then, oh, he thank you. Carter is my almost 11-year-old grandson. He'll be 11 next month, who has been a wrestling champion since he was 6. And he was the, for his age group or his weight class, he was the state champ. He's the state of Ohio champ. He won state. This was his first year to win state. And then he's swept of, and then he went to this one tournament, Shelly and Diane, this one tournament that he went to wasn't really an official tournament. It didn't matter whatever happened there, because there's a scorecard that if you look up wrestlers in the United States, there's a page that you go to and you can get their ranking, their national ranking, and all their wins and losses and everything. I don't know what that's called, but that's how they rank them. That's how Carter got on that national duel team. And I'm not going to go into the details of that because, number one, I don't know them. But this tournament wasn't something that would count towards your ranking. And so they let you wrestle out of your age group. Carter was wrestling junior high kids. He actually wrestled junior high kids and beat them. And then he was wrestling a second grader and was playing around. And Alexis said, like, doing these fancy moves that he doesn't usually do during a match. And the second grader pinned him. And he was furious. But Alexis told him to stop playing around. To stop playing around. Because he'd mess around, and sure enough, that's what happened. And he was, hi Kevin. He was very unhappy. So that happened. But Shelly, anyway, I'm going to be coming to Ohio the 16th, unless something happens between now and then. But I'm going to be coming to Ohio the 16th, and I will be staying, I don't have a calendar in front of me. Hang on, I'm going to go off of this for a second. Okay. I'm going to be coming there on the 16th. I'm going to be coming back probably on the 22nd. So I will be there the weekend of the 20th and the 21st, Shelly. If you let me know what you're doing, because I'm driving myself. I'm going to drive myself, I've decided. Zach's going to look over my car and change my oil and do all that stuff. And I've decided I'm going to drive myself. I'm pretty sure I can do it. Especially with that, driving an hour and then having a doctor's appointment. And then driving the other 2.5 hours. But yeah, if you look at that, Shelly, and see if you and Val want to meet me somewhere, or because where I'm gonna be in Lancaster, not actually Lancaster. I'm not gonna it's around Lancaster. They're not actually in Lancaster, but it's in that area. So we could maybe meet in Columbus or something. But anyway, so hopefully I'll get to see Shelly finally after how many times? Well, last summer I thought I was going to get to see her, but then I ended up having to come back sooner than I expected. Hi, Sisculus. Hi, Alan Williams. Oh, I'm doing that again. And I'm going because my grandson, Landon, is graduating. We think. Oh. Alexa says she's not 100% sure that he's going to graduate, but he's done everything. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. But yeah, I did drive myself, but now here's my concern. And I don't know that Zach can fix this, and I don't know that I want Zach messing with it. The cruise control on my car doesn't work. And that's a little bothersome to me, to go on a long trip without cruise control. And I may change my mind and decide to rent a car. We'll see. I might ask Alexis about that. Maybe she'll spring for a rental car for me. Because I don't really need it for the days that I'm there. I just need one to drive there and one to drive home. But anyway, there was something, and I see, and I haven't seen Junior tonight. He didn't come join us tonight. Yeah, you know what, Diane? I am so used to making that trip by myself. I've made that trip by myself for, let's see, 30 years. Yeah, JC was here, and Johnny was here. And Pamela was here. And, well, you know, I sent everybody to Thursday Night Thunder. Hi, Nathan. Sarah Song. But anyway, now I cannot get over that when I look on there. It's this shirt. I think it's this shirt. Because it's like a smocky thing. Look at it. Because I keep looking on there and I'm like, what am I, pregnant? That's what I keep glancing over here. It's like, I look like I'm pregnant. No wonder. It's because I have a blouse on that could be like an old maternity top. But it's like, my God. Because I know I haven't put on weight. I've actually lost weight. Because, okay, I actually lost weight because you can probably see it in my face, and I can tell by my watch, because my watch is overlapping more than it usually does. And my rings I have no rings on except for my thumb rings because they're falling off. Hi, Black Tiger. Thank you for coming back. I followed you back, Black Tiger. But I decided, I think I told you, Diane, Shelley, how they doubled my heart medicines. They doubled all of them except for one. Well, when they double that one drug, that lowers not only my heart rate and my blood pressure, you know how low those were, it lowers your metabolism significantly. And, oh, my pleasure, Black Tiger. My pleasure. But it also slows your metabolism, and mine's already down to a crawl because I don't eat much at all. Hi, Johnny. Thank you for coming back. I was just talking about you again. Oh my God. I gotta tell, I don't know, Johnny, you did not remind me of this. It just, when I was sitting there talking, it popped into my head. Oh, you were at the doctor yesterday? Blood pressure 127/82. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. It's pretty good. You could get it down just a little bit more by cutting out some salt. You could cut out some salt and get it down a little, just a little tiny bit more. I want everybody to have to have the same blood pressure I have to have. No, it really is good. That is a good blood pressure, Johnny. I was just teasing with you, but you know mine has to stay at 95 over 65, so I want everybody to do that. Yes, I love salt too, but I don't salt. If I make food myself, which I try to stay away. I like to have canned soup. I like to have it for when I don't feel like. You didn't miss anything, Johnny. You missed me talking about what happened with my brother's catheterization today, which was nothing. He didn't have it. And my Aunt Iva and I's little journey into the wilderness where I thought that we might be butchered for meat if something happened to the car. It was a very scary place. It was like the wilderness. It was like the wilderness. Well, I'll tell you where it was close to. There's a place in Kentucky called Pulaski County, Kentucky, down by Cumberland, down by Lake Cumberland, where the dam is there, and Cumberland Falls and everything. Motel Hell is a funny movie about that. But anyway, it's kind of like, it was similar to Deliverance. But anyway, Pulaski County, where you'll hear about it is if you watch the assassination of Jesse James by that coward, what's his name? James Howard. What was that guy's name that shot Jesse James? Well, anyway, the Brad Pitt movie. That's actually where outlaws used to hang out. So those people who live down there are descended from outlaws. And there's actually, the house is still standing that belonged to Jesse James's parents. But it was kind of like the hole in the wall, you know, out west. That's what Pulaski County was here. And then, you know, they built the dam. It was like in the movie Deliverance. You know, that was the TVA going in. Well, it's like the Deliverance area of Kentucky. And we kind of went through there today. Because I followed MapQuest. And my Aunt Iva was concerned if... Oh, thank you, Tony. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that so much. That's really sweet. We're up to 4,100 likes, too. But that's mostly what I talked about. Johnny, what I told my Aunt Iva, and I thought it was clever. I thought it was funny is what I thought. My Aunt Iva said, oh my gosh, what if, well, she didn't say oh my gosh because she doesn't say that, but you know, oh, what if something happened to the car or we had a flat tire or something? What would we do? And I said, well, they would probably find us hanging in somebody's barn dressed out like a deer. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Thank you. You know, like skinned and gutted. And she looked at me like, what? Because my Aunt Iva doesn't really watch serial killer shows. Thank you, Johnny, for the likes. Johnny, I was going to tell you, I'm doing now, my friend Junior is the one that's kind of encouraged me, and Zach a little bit too, actually. Zach's very complimentary of my singing, because he wants to encourage me. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for that. My granddaughter Gabby wasn't here, or she would have us to 10 or 15,000. But anyway, I'm putting this to you, Johnny. And in no way am I'm not going to do like I did with the video for Diane, you know, the duet that Diane did, that you did your purple hair pigtail thing, the Rolling in the Deep. You know, I kind of left you with no choice but to do that video by my pleading. But what I'm starting to do now more, I've done it in the past, is and I'll duet I'll find one of your videos that's a song I can sing, and then I duet it, even though it's not a duet, which I've always done that, but I just lip sync. But I've duetted, and I did one with, I've done a few of them, and I actually sing, you know, in the duet. I'll do that with some of your videos too. But what I was going to say is, what I'm also doing is I'm doing songs like I did the Tennessee Whiskey one, that's the video there, that's my friend Junior is supposed to duet, where I'm singing with Chris Stapleton and making that song into a duet by me singing, so that you can hear me. And it doesn't sound, it's not half bad. Kind of like if you listen to the Whiskey Lullaby one that's not pinned to the top of my page, but the second one, I'm actually singing on that, and it's not half bad. It's not bad, is it? I mean, it's okay. It's not hateful. and so I thought that way I can create videos that can be duetted, and feel free to duet a piece of that if you want to. I don't know how it'll work though. But because I don't know how long, because that's like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Because I'm going to go back to doing some longer videos, but I think it'll let you do, and it's my own sound, I think it'll let you do it like a minute of it or something. But anyway, thank you, Johnny. We're at 5,100 now. But so feel free if you want to do it. But I do want to tell you that I'm going to do that with a couple of your videos. I'm going to go look at them and see ones where you're singing like a more melodic song or something, because you know the kind of songs that I usually sing. You know, actually I don't just sing melodic songs though. I do some Winona and some but I could do the boy songs. If you say, okay, I know what, Johnny, since you did this for me before, and even though when you first sent me Brick House, I'm like, get out of here, I'm not duetting that. And then that's one of my very favorite duets. But if you see one of your songs, one of your videos, if you can think of one of your videos that I could, because you've heard what I can do, and you think that I could sing with it, because there's certain voices I can tell you that I can sing with Bad Company. I can sing with, what's his name? I can't even think of his, Paul Rogers. I can sing with Paul Rogers. I can sing with Rod Stewart. There are certain male singers that I know I can sing with. Yeah, I said Paul Rogers. You said it first, but I didn't see it until just now when it popped up on here. But yeah, if you can think of one of your songs or one of your videos, send it to me, and I'll create a duet like that where I'm singing with it, even though it's not really a duet. I don't know why I feel the need to explain things to people. I love Bad Company. I used to have all of Bad Company's albums, and I don't know that I have any of them left. I don't actually have any of my albums. All the albums that I have now were Brad's albums and some albums that my dad gave me. Hi, Orlando. Hi, I Am the Universe. Well, there's somebody that thinks more of themselves than I do. Because I don't think I am the universe. Oh my God. I am my universe. How's that? Oh, and Johnny, we talked about this book a little bit. It's called 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do. And it's actually really good. And especially if you have young people. I mean, it's like a good reminder to all of us. But if they're young people especially, this is really good because there's a lot of pitfalls. This can help you avoid some pitfalls. Like if things are not going well for you, you might want to give this a look. And I put a video. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. And you are the galaxy. You're not just a star. You do 5 of them. What 5 do you do? You don't feel sorry for yourself. I don't think you give away your power. Do you shy away from change? I bet you shy away from change. Are you a people pleaser, Diane? I don't know about that. Well, I can tell you this. Don't give up after the first failure. I will tell you that is one thing I never do. Ram Jam. Thank you. You hate change and you're a people pleaser? Johnny, I would have never thought that. Change, really? See, I thrive on change. In fact, but look at how I grew up. I grew up moving every 3 years to a whole new place, sometimes a whole new country, all new people, all new everything. I lived the first 18 years of my life doing that every 3 years. Of course, I loved it. By the time we moved, I was ready for a change. I was bored with those people. I needed some new people. But the thing about it is, even when you're there, the whole time, the whole 3 years, people are rotating in and out. So you're meeting new people and other people are going away. And some people, Johnny, it affected completely differently than it did me. It made them hate it and made them hate change. And what it was probably is because that is just part of my natural state that I was going to like change, and so that was the perfect way for me to live. I have heard other people that their description of that experience is the direct opposite. They hated it. It traumatized them, and it was horrible for them. And I always thought, wow, that's weird. I remember hearing somebody talking about it, like on a talk show, and they had like army brats on the talk show, and they were talking about what torture it was to grow up like that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, my God, I wanted to go in the military because I was perfectly suited to that. And I loved it, but my dad wouldn't allow it. The only thing that my dad would say, because I wanted to go in the Air Force, the only thing that my dad would say is, no, you absolutely are not going into the military because they do not treat women well in the military. And I know that was true, actually. I didn't know it at the time, but I know now why. I know now why my dad would not allow me to go in the military. And yes, I did still listen. Hi, Robert Schumer. I did still listen to my dad. Even though I was over 18 years old, I did still listen to my dad's opinion and views still mattered to me. Always did. Never wanted to disappoint my dad. And not to say that I didn't. Not to say that I didn't. But he didn't say much about it. But you packed up yourself. You hate change, and you packed up yourself and moved across the country. Yes, you did. And it is 9 o'clock. Hi, Philip. Well, Johnny, we will talk more about that next week. And don't forget to look for a video. And if you don't, and I still haven't done that piano one because I completely forgot. And I had the opportunity because there was a piano recital at the college here. And remember, my next door neighbor is the head of the music department at the college here and the choral director. So I was going to go over to the college because there's a big stage with a beautiful grand piano. And I was going to ask her if she'd let me sneak up there and do the bread in the jar. Because I still want to do that. And you guys be on the lookout unless it doesn't turn out the way I think it will. I'm going to redo that ugly kids video, that you're the reason that our kids are ugly video that I did with Junior. I'm going to redo that, and it's going to look almost exactly the same, but there's going to be one slight difference that I think will make it hilarious. But anyway, so you guys be on the lookout for that. Well, I'll probably send it to you. Love you guys. Love you, Diane, Shelly, and Johnny. I don't know who else is here. But I have to say really quick, I don't know why this is true, but probably because I have been very emotional, as we know. I actually kind of had a meltdown over at my Aunt Iva's house. And I can't even tell you why. I know why. It was something that happened on my live last week. And if you go to one of the videos, you can go through the comments and figure out what it was. But I was telling, and I couldn't, I know I can't talk about it because I'm not going to melt down like that, like I did at my Aunt Iva's house the other day. But maybe it's because of that. I feel so good to see you guys. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't explain it to you. It's like, oh, my friends that I love so much are here. So, I love you guys, and thank you so much. Thank you. Diane, you've been showing up on my FYP lately, woman. God, thank you, Johnny. Thank you. Aw. I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. You guys are always with me. Who is that? I can't. They haven't popped in down here. Hi, Scott Hill. Thank you for joining us, but I'm leaving now. And like I always say, I want this to be your favorite TT show every Thursday night. So I'll see you next week. Same time, same station. Love y'all. Love you, Shelly, Johnny, Diane, and whoever else is still here. Brian. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for coming. Love y'all.